Aw, that's so sweet, love. Thank you. Yeah. Let's keep going with the game.
The coffer is right there, darling.
Is there anything else I can loot?
Did you take this picture?
Of course.
And Herr Hurst, what's he doing with the Origin expedition?
Unfortunately, all scientific expeditions sponsored by the Brown Shadow come with a chaperone like him. There to make sure their funds are used as they see fit. In other words, that there is no divergence with regards to their ideology.
How did you get to film them training?
Oh, it was a commission. Lucky, really. Right place, right time kind of thing. Of course, I jumped at the chance because it meant I could film Leon in action at last.
How did you and Leon get together? I mean, how did you...
We're just friends, if that's what you want to know.
Welcome to the game, love. Leon's the guy our grandma's been dating.
Herr Gustav's radio. Looks like he customized it, probably to compensate for the wave disturbance due to the mountains.
Whoa. No. We'll inspect it in a minute.
That's a lot of equipment you have there. If you don't mind my asking, how do you manage to pay for it all?
Oh, that's easy. Especially when you know a few generous patrons of the arts, dear. Hey, you little snoop. Where do you think you're going?
Just looking.
Oh, those are some nice pictures.
I love your photos.
Ah, well, they each represent an element of mountain wildlife and flora I've photographed recently. I use them as a sort of checklist.
A checklist, huh?
That's a cute little cottage. Those are interesting mountain animals. They do look in their own element, though. Ooh, this is actually pretty. Oh, okay, there's a goat. There's a edelweiss, maybe? At least that's how we call it. Some peaks and some trees. Anything else here that I can take a peek at? Probably not.
Junta's blank film. Soon to become movies. All these newspaper clippings mention the brown shadow. According to Father, their influence is growing among the population. Now that I've had the misfortune of meeting Herr Huss here, I understand his concern.
Hey cat, congrats on the first!
Did you take the photos of the athletes? You're not often lonely then.
Well, look at our sweet little waitress. Doesn't she have a saucy mind? It's called art, dear. My work aims to explore every facet of youth and the vitality of bodies.
I bet it does.
Yeah, Love purposely left the first for somebody else today. It was very sweet of her. How are you doing, cat?
The key Junta asked me to hide.
Dana, be a darling and put the key somewhere safe. You can't be too careful with these mountain people, especially with that little Lenny sniffing around my equipment all the time.
Yeah, Lenny is a bitch, but we are too kind to out her.
Where do you normally put it?
I have a little hiding place over there.
Is this where you want me to put the key?
Yes, there's a dear.
It's a handy hiding place. Who made it?
Oh, Herr Gustav. He knows only too well that some customers have their little secrets, you know.
That's kind of him.
Junta's key should be safe in there.
Just need to finish preparing for the filming tomorrow. Then we can chat away to our heart's content. If you could just fetch me a new roll of film from the darkroom, then we're done.
Okay, so she actually wants me to switch, but what if I actually get the film? And continue this story and then switch to Kate.
Here are the film rolls Junta asked me for.
Oh yeah, stores are generally closed on Sunday here too. I have a little bit of a something on my neck. I didn't sleep right the other night and it was a little bit annoying yesterday. It's a little bit more annoying today when I'm streaming. But nothing I can't handle. Okay, so I can't keep up with I have to go get the documents to finish
Darn
up
it.
with this.
The end of Junta's notes. Impossible to know what happened next. But maybe I can figure out how to open the cover from what I've read.
Fine, I'm going to Kate, for fudge's sake. Oh, I might need to move something first. Can you... Game? Game?
Impossible.
Yeah, there's a huge ass bed on top. Um,
This is
I
where Yunta's bed used to be, which means her secret stash can't be far.
tried turning it on and off again. No, but it kind of worked itself out in the end. No, I haven't tried hot water, but I tried to rub it with some heating oil thing. I'll rub it some more before bed, it should release. I need to find something. Okay, there's something here. No, going where? Kate, you don't really need to hold this anymore. Can you put it in the TARDIS jacket already?
According to Yunta's notes, there was a room on the other side. I can't reach it anymore, but Dana could. According to Yunta's notes, there was a room on the other side. I can't reach it anymore, but Dana could.
I'm not really getting any help or ideas how to move the stupid bed. It only hurts when I'm having my shoulder close to my ear, but it hurts in the back of the neck, so I know that something got crooked. Aw, cat. Else in the area?
Impossible. This is where Yunta's bed used to be, which means her secret stash can't be far.
Yeah, it's not far, but you won't let me move the stupid bed either. Can't you just move stuff? Thanks for the hug, love. Are we gonna go annoy the poor Belgian person downstairs?
I'm sure there's
for
more
this?
for me to do here. I'm sure there's more for me to do here.
Yeah, the 8-ball test is working, but could be I haven't checked the cooldown. Let me try another. Maybe it will hurt. Yeah, thanks, cat. Stiff neck is a bit of a new thing for me. I've had it recently in the same area, so maybe it's just still sensitive from then. Okay, is there nothing in the area I can fudge with? Not like she's letting me use anything. Not like there's anything else here either. At least maybe just push the stupid wardrobe, Kate. Not rocket science, it's a wardrobe.
According to Yunta's notes, there was a room on the other side. I can't reach it anymore, but Dana could.
Oh, I have aspirin, don't worry about it, thanks. It's not like that hurtful, it's just a little bit annoying. Yeah, we read those yesterday with the schematics.
I must remember to ask Lenny about it.
Yeah, it's being a little bit annoying right now. As is the game, actually. Kate? Can't you just push the bed? It's not that big of a bed. Just move it. Oh wait, there's another one here?
Wrong one.
There's a hell of a lot of... Oh, that's a big rat. There was a lot of hiding spots here. Oh my god.
Yunta's coffer key. Where can I find the combination for the mechanism?
Maybe in... Wait. Goat, flower, mountain, and trees? Yeah. That was the sequence of the photos in the dark room. I have no idea how Kate would know it, but I guess it was in the document. I get some film going through this? Oh, okay. Fair enough, Cat. She is a Time Lord. Ooh, somebody pushed the piano outside on the patio. And there's Leon. Oh, come on, that guy's hidden like this. There we go. And off they go. Oh my god, dude. You haven't even left the premise yet. Really? Really? You look like you have at least some muscles to be able to climb that much. Butterfingers. Ooh, Lenny looks pissed. Ooh, the making of the picture. Oh, they're so cute.
Interesting footage. Let's see what's on the other reel.
Ooh, a 10 out of 10. Nice. Gave it the best score. Now let's see what the second reel is all about. Wow, interactive movies, damn! That camera looks awfully familiar. Oh, all that's left is inspecting the dark room. Lenny was definitely obsessed with poor Yunta and our grandma. Okay, oh yeah, that's for the, okay, that's another thing. Well, Lenny's movie is just Lenny skulking around and trying not to be caught sneaking. Ooh. Oh my. Somebody got caught. And somebody was doing the hanky-panky.
Lenny didn't say she filmed a fight between Dana and Leon. I'd better go back and see her to find out about it.
Doesn't look like there are any extras left to do here right now. When did you manage to go all the way over there, Lenny? You so
Demoiselle
slow, you.
Lenny, I saw the film you shot of Dana and Leon.
So Junta kept it. She got so cross when she discovered I'd rummaged through her stuff. She most certainly had secrets of her own, that one.
I know it was ages ago, but can you recall what happened between Dana and Leon that day?
You do like flogging a dead horse, don't you, Fräulein? But as you please. Since Junta never let me use her camera, I decided not to ask her anymore. Like that, she couldn't say no, could she? And that's when I heard them arguing.
How could you agree to this, Leon? How could you?
I told you I had no choice. The local guide for Baltayar can't do it anymore. He got injured.
There are plenty of other guides in Wagen. Why does it have to be you? Just tell them to find someone else.
Look, Dana, I didn't want to tell you, but
But what?
Frank Huss, that brute from the other night, he's the one that made the call here. In other words, he's taking revenge by sending me to the other side of the world with the Origin expedition. And he said that if I refused, something might happen. Not just to me, but to you as well.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. You're a Vigarian and so are your parents, right? Well, Huss says it won't be long before the Brown Shadow is in power, and he made it clear that something was brewing, and that you and your parents would be first on the list.
What list?
I don't know, but it can't be good. Then he said that other Vigarians would follow.
Dear God.
Dana, darling, the world's gone crazy. Promise me you'll be very careful. It will be all right if you just watch yourself and what you say. I've asked Junta to stand by you just in case. It won't be long, darling. Half a school year at the Music Academy. I'll be home for Christmas. Promise. Oh, come here now, my pretty Edelweiss.
Oh, it is an Edelweiss. Nice.
Don't call me that. You know I don't like it.
It's true, though. That's exactly where you are, my pretty Edelweiss.
If you keep that up, Leon Kobatis, I'll find you a nickname too.
Go on, then.
All right.
Do I have to pick it, or do I have to make them kiss, or... Oh, okay.
Your nickname will be Alpine Lover from now on.
All right, but maybe you ought not to say this in public. Beautiful, isn't it?
All of them fit,
I could
but
stay here forever.
she's playful enough to be a mountain lover with him. It would be cute if they could stay forever there. Heck, I wanna stay forever in that goddamn cottage. It looks amazing.
There, Fräulein Walker. That is all I have to say. I hope this time you have what you need to continue on your journey.
Thank you, Demoiselle Lenny. But there is just one more thing. You mentioned a music academy? They must have ledgers and archives. Maybe I'll be able to find out whether Dana left an address there.
Well, it hasn't moved. It's still in Wagen. Go to the musicians' district. It's right next to the musical square. That's all I can tell you. So if you don't mind, Fräulein.
Thank you. Then that's where I'll continue my search.
Is it really worth your while to keep looking for Dana? Is it not just another pipe dream, Fräulein? I get the impression there have been others.
I prefer to look at it as a calling. Besides, I don't have much choice. Thanks to you, she's a part of me now.
As you wish. I hope you find what you are looking for.
Thank
She
you.
really
Again.
doesn't want people to find Dana.
I've got everything I need from here, I guess. Best get back to the guest house. Get some rest. I'll go to the music academy first thing in the morning.
Well, they have a pretty amazing stove that keeps the entire place warm, so honestly, away from people, nice, quiet, trees, animals, wood, stone, there's a waterfall nearby. Yeah, if I could, I would totally live here. I mean, and see that the waterfall is not nearby, it's like right here, and it's powering the electricity for the place, so. All the good stuff.
I found her, my sweet Katusha. The girl in the painting. Her name is Dana. Dana Rose.
That's nice, Kate. Real nice.
I'm gonna find out who she was, just like I promised you.
Nothing more than a good old adventure to forget your grief, I guess. You should go, Kate, or you're gonna miss the tram.
Aww. I don't want to go.
There will always be a train for you.
Leon, is that you? At first I thought that Leon might have died, but maybe not? There was this sus person watching us the entire time. That or it was Canton. But it looks like an old person in the last photo, in the last few shots, so maybe Leon? We'll find out eventually. That's a pretty view. Also, if he thinks she's dead and suddenly she appears like 60, 70 years younger. Yeah, the old railroads are always so pretty. We have a few here too. I would love to sometime just visit.
Oh, gosh. What a day. I hope Oscar's okay, wherever he is. I'm not abandoning him. I just need to find him.
Also, that was a pretty goddamn long train ride. Wow, this place is gorgeous as well, but yeah, I'd still rather stay at the cottage.
closed. It's late. Frau Wagner must have gone to bed.
Okay, we'll check out the computer. It's probably gonna make me read on that fucking broken screen again. Ooh, that sounds amazing, Cat. And I mean like railroads tracks, like we have a few older tracks that are mostly kept for tourism purposes, honestly. But they are still functional, so that's keeping them alive. Okay, this is the same information as before. The Okay, this is also the same. Maybe the Baltayar will be new, because I don't remember that on the list. Baltayar is a Central Asian country located between Russia and China. The capital and largest town is Kanatar, a former British colony. Baltayar was granted independence shortly after Second World War. It is mostly mountainous, consisting of several mountain ranges separated by valleys and interconnected by a network of caves and prehistoric galleries. 25% of the country is wooded, and it is also delimited by the desert steppes as well as by Great Lakes linked together by over 50,000 kilometers of waterways. Baltayar's highest peak is 4,604 meters above sea level and is greatly prized by mountaineers from all over the world. Okay, search people and organizations. Institutions, people. Ooh, we can search all three of the ladies we found out about. Let's check out Lenny, because we had a mention to ask her about her medal, but nothing came of it. She never actually asked about the medal. The Wagen Gazette, 60th anniversary of the liberation of Wagen, a heartfelt tribute to Wagrayan resistance fighters. April 14th, 2005. The ceremony commemorating the 60th anniversary of the liberation of Wagen took place under a clement sky. The procession first passed down Wagen's symbolic memory lane. A heartfelt tribute was given to resistance fighters who identifiably fought against the fascist invaders throughout the occupation period. Most of the remaining survivors were able to make the journey and deliver moving speeches that deeply touched the assembly. As a reminder, 60 years ago, all the resistance groups of Wagen fought alongside the Red Army and Allied forces to retake the town of Osterol from the Brown Shadow. There was, however, just one disappointment. Lenny Renner, the well-known manageress of the refuge of Silberspiegel and one of the most revered and emblematic resistance fighters of our town, once again refused to join the commemoration. Our local icon describes her refusal as her own particular way of paying tribute to her comrades fallen in combat and should be taken without the slightest hint of controversy. Given the thunderous applause that punctuated the old lady's name when called out at the podium, the sense of decency and discretion was perfectly understood by all present. Let's see about Junta.
Huh. Yunta. Demoiselle Lenny told me a lot about her. But was she some kind of spy?
Junta Steinhoff, born in London in 1912, of Austrian parents, Junta Steinhoff is a filmmaker and photographer. She is famous for her major aesthetical influence on the cinema of the 1930s. She was at the center of several controversies over her presumed role during the Second World War. Initially accused of collaborating with the Brown Shadow, for whom she made several commissioned films, Junta Steinhoff later was found to have worked for the Allied Secret Service, especially the British. Biography: the filmmaker lived in London until 1935. She loved mountaineering, sports, and photography, which led her to following the international winter sports competitions for different newspapers and specialized magazines. She sojourned regularly in the Alps, especially in the area around situated in Austral. Fluent in German and keen to meld in with the population of Austral, the filmmaker chose the artistic pseudonym Junta Steinhoff, so borrowing her mother's maiden name while giving nod to her Germanic origins and to the heroine of the mountain film Das Blaulicht, maybe, filmed by the very controversial Lenny. Oh my God, with those names. Junta Steinhoff dedicated a large part of her work to filming mountaineers come from the four corners of the world to challenge the renowned rock faces of Austral. The beauty of youth and the magnificent landscapes combined in her aesthetical vision, so nurturing her passion to both the cinema and photography. Junta Steinhoff was accepted into the very close circle of Austral alpinists, hungry for outstanding records. This circle was in those days very politicized, and said to be close to the fascist ideas of the Brown Shadow. These ideas were exemplified by the conquest of untouched peaks, exalting the supposed virtues of a so-called superior race whose pureness was equally, according to racist ideology, to that of a snow-capped summits. In was during this Probably it was during this period that Junta Steinhoff was commissioned to make films for the Brown Shadow. The political movement soon went from fake patron to financier of pure propaganda. Yet when the Second World War broke out, the artistic aura of the filmmaker enabled her to promote her films both in the capitals of the Axis powers as well as in a fair number of Allied countries. Thanks for the hydrate, cat. Oh my gosh. It was revealed that Junta took advantage of these trips to supply precious information to the Allied forces, and especially to the Foreign Office in London, who had previously approached the young woman during the rise of the Brown Shadow in the 1930s. Ooh, cat, nice Howdra. Upon the liberation of Osterol, Junta Steinhoff was detained for a few days for her role in the Brown Shadow's propaganda machine. Her status as a double agent soon enabled her to be cleared. The filmmaker has since kept herself to herself, having returned to live in her native England. Let's see if we can find anything about Dana Rose.
No results about Dana. She probably never got famous.
Oh, that's sad. Well, I think we searched everything. Okay, there's more on the computer. Is there anything new about? Oh, maybe organizations. I didn't check those. Yeah, the Origin Expedition. Let's check if there's anything about them.
Nothing
Nope.
relevant. The expedition mustn't have led to any major breakthrough, I guess.
Or they're dead in the past. The Academy of Music of Wagen. Founded at the beginning of the 19th century, the Academy of Music quickly became a veritable Wagen institution. The Academy trained many generations of internationally acclaimed musicians, especially pianists, so contributing to the cultural influence of the town and the world over. The Academy is also an architectural curiosity. Built on Wagen's main square, its prodigious world-famous automaton orchestra attracts thousands of tourists and music lovers every year from around the world. The Academy is a place of great importance in Wagon history and played a crucial role in the tragic events of the Second World War. Following the annexation of Osterol by the Brown Shadow in 1938, and by extension of Wagen, the Brown Shadow turned the Academy into an... Oh my dear God. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Germans, get your words in order. For fuck's sake, use spaces. Of High Field Command. Opening the archives has since enabled historians to prove that its soundproof rehearsal rooms were used by the Brown Shadow as prison cells and interrogation rooms. It was in this building that the last moments of the Wagen offensive were played out. The battle that pitched the Red Ar- that pit that pitched the Red Army and local resistance fighters against Brown Shadow forces resulted in the liberation of Wagen. Following bitter negotiations with the other Allied powers, the Red Army handed over the main control of the town to American and British forces to allow the Soviets to focus on their ongoing liberation of Central Europe. The Allied forces then made the Academy their general headquarters, so allowing time to initiate a transition of power to the relevant civil authorities. Once this was completed, the Academy once again became a prestigious place for learning music. The Academy's recent history is steeped in controversy. Owing to a large decline in students over the past 20 years, it has recently been announced that the Academy is on the verge of financial collapse. The Council is said to have even taken the decision to close it and computerize the automaton orchestra, so creating a tourist attraction that can function on a schedule. This decision has triggered loud outcries from the town's heritage advocates who have multiplied ap- appeals. These appeals have all been rejected. That's sad. Okay, now I think I read everything.
The more I discover about Dana, the more I get the feeling I'm only scratching the surface of Vaughan's history. Oh, but hey, let's call it a day. I really should go to bed now.
This is the newspaper that we've read already.
Not a soul here. Not surprising, given the time.
Okay, we read all of those. Yeah, if she sits on the couch with the fire here right about now, she'll probably just fall asleep.
Vaughan is surrounded by the Alps. Switzerland is right on the other side. That's Germany over there. I wonder how far Barokstadt University is from here. I understand why Wagner's call their town the heart of Europe. It's literally in the center of it.
I'm surprised they left that many lights on. Must be a place with low crime rate if the entire place is unlocked. Hey, you can use a blanket, like you're right on top of it. Then again, if you're used to sleeping in a cold salt mine in Siberia, this would be pretty comfortable. And hot to sleep in. Is that a Kate?
Is that you, Katie?
Yes, Mom! I mean,
Oh
who
my
else could
god.
it be? Looks like Mom's friends came over again last night. She's been seeing them a lot since what happened to Dad. Maybe too much. Come on, on, I've been cooped up in my room for hours. Jeez, pulling my hair out, trying to figure out the math problem Miss Wormwood gave us. I deserve a break, right? Mommy, can I go out and play with Olivia?
That depends on you, Munchkin. Did you finish your homework?
Wow, they were friends since childhood. That's so cute.
Yeah? More or less. So I can come check it then, right, Katie?
Aww. She looks like she's about to cry.
Actually, it looks too cold to go out. Think I'll stay in.
Just what I was thinking.
Not fair.
There's something here that I can't see in the light. Seems like I can inspect anything further here. Gift from Grandpa and Grandma.
Grandpa and Grandma from New York gave it to me for my last birthday. I really ought to read it, or at least dog-ear the pages so it looks like I did.
Wow, Kate. Then again, fair enough.
Mom bought those again. The piano that Mom ordered will soon be here. Couldn't bring myself to tell her that I wanted a drum kit instead.
Yeah, of course you wanted a drum kit. Our dearest Sarah, your father and I would like to express our deepest sorrow at what happened to Richard. We are worried about your welfare, darling Sarah. You might be fully grown adult, but we still worry about you. We wanted you so much. You are our miracle child. So even now, as a young woman with a daughter of her own, it is hard for us to see you suffer. You have always been our pride and joy. Just remember, darling, we are here for you should you need us. We will always be here for you as long as you breathe. We shall be with you whatever happens in the spring of your birthday. Remember, just let us know if you want us to stay with you for a while, until you're back on your feet, and we shall be down as fast as you can say Jack Robinson. With deepest love, Mama and Papa.
Wow. I hope I get to travel around the world too when I grow up.
Oh, the Amazon cuckoo! Look at who's here! Haven't seen you in a while, you goddamn vicious raptors. Wow, did she live by the beach? The sun is so bright I can't really tell, but it looks like there's water out there. Damn, Kate, you had a good life.
Oh, hello, Munchkin.
Hey, Mom.
Is everything okay, Katie?
Yeah, that's totally a beer. God damn, Kate.
We haven't seen Grandpa and Grandma for a long time. Mom says they'll probably come over from New York on her birthday.
Okay, okay, I'm starting to get sus about Grandma and Grandpa. Oh, that's our dad. Cute dad. I found the music box, but it says I need more to inspect more, so... What more is there to inspect? Am I really missing something here? Oh, there was a note here.
Another letter for Dad. Last time it took Mom days to find the strength to open it. You forgot your music box.
Be careful with that, please, Munchkin.
Where'd this come from?
I already told you. Your grandma and grandpa gave it to me when I was little.
Doesn't look like it's from New York, though.
I don't know. Must have been in the family forever.
I just love it.
You've always liked it. Ever since you were little.
Who
Will you give it
wouldn't?
to me when I'm big?
Maybe, if you're a good girl, when I get old.
So when will that be, then?
Later, Katie.
Aw, this game is too sweet, oh my gosh.
But when?
In a very, very long time, I guess. When I'll be gone.
Yeah, Life's tough on the poor girl. No wonder she went off to chase mammoths.
Dear Kate, wherever you are now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time.
Oh, give it a rest, Olivia.
Dear Kate, wherever you are now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time.
Oh, give it a rest, Olivia.
Well, they weren't cheating until she kind of blew him off and things happened. They were gonna eventually cheat, but...
Oh, what the hell? You want me to call you Olivia? Fine. I've survived worse criticism. I shouldn't put it off. I better call Olivia while I have the courage.
Oh, where am I supposed to use the introspection in? Maybe at the couch outside at the fireplace? Usually picks a very cozy spot to do that.
Who do you think you are, Olivia Foster? It's easy to judge and lecture me from New York. You know nothing about what I've gone through, of what I've had to endure since leaving Hans.
Thank you, cat.
Looks like I'm not the only one who can't sleep tonight. This is not the time to surf the web. If I don't call Olivia now, I never will.
Finally.
Don't know why I should be so nervous about making a simple phone call. I mean, hey, I've crossed Europe, been in all sorts of danger, and yet look at me here. I'm worrying about talking to my former best friend. Oh, and I think I used to spend my life on the phone gossiping with her. So what do I risk? Criticism? The one who missed her mother's funeral because she was breaking rocks at the bottom of a mine. In any case, Olivia hasn't stopped criticizing me ever since I left Valladolid on Hans Vorarlberg's train. I'm the one who should be criticizing her. I mean, come on. Isn't she the one who took advantage of my absence to get her hooks into Dan? Now look at me, mulling over old grudges. That's exactly what I wanted to escape from when I decided to go with Hans in his train to Syberia. And then there was the departure with the Yukon tribe, their seasonal migration. Come on, Kate, for Christ's sake, stop procrastinating. Just make the darn call and get it over with.
You can do it, Kate. I believe in you. I mean, Olivia is still spending a shitload of money to get to you and free you and whatnot. she's not that bad of a friend. I mean, she got your man, but it's not like you love him all that much either.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Canton, is that you? Who's there, please?
Got your letter, Olivia.
Kate, I sent it 2 years ago.
I know, things have been complicated.
Complicated. I see. And so when are you coming back to New York? You know, to visit your mother's grave?
You know I can't come back, Olivia. I'm still wanted by the police over the sale of the Vorarlberg factory.
Oh, I haven't forgotten, believe me. If only you knew how much the accusations hurt your mother. Visits from the police, the requisitions, and just when she was diagnosed, too. And yet the poor woman never stopped hoping that her daughter would come back one day. Or at least call to help her in her final days.
I don't want to be bitter, but she was kind of bratty just now.
I don't have to justify myself to you, Olivia, or to anyone else.
Kate, Okay, listen to me. I thought you had plenty of time to think about how you abandoned all of us. Me, your mother, Dan, or even that poor Mr. Canton. And maybe felt at least some remorse. But I guess I was dreaming. All you do is keep chasing castles in the sky and ignore those who care about you.
I get why you're mad. Do you think I'm not mad at myself?
Well, I hope so.
But there's nothing I can do now to change what happened. It's over, Olivia. All I have now is the woman in the painting.
Oh, Kate, I should have known. And I should never have asked you to call me. Goodbye, Kate. I hope you find whatever it is you've been looking for these past 3 years. One thing's for sure, though. You wanted to be alone, and that's how you're gonna stay.
Ouch, Olivia. Okay, never mind about you spending money for that bastard. Wow. I mean, I wasn't exactly a flower myself in that conversation, but fuck, Olivia. That is now how you get a depressed person to come back home. Sheesh. It's okay, Kate. Olivia and Dan were a pair of bastards anyway. Not much of a loss there. Okay, can we, that was a nice shot of the assets.
Okay, let's go, kiddo. Another day, another page. A new day in Vaughan. I must take the tram to that music academy where Dana Rose was a student in the 1930s. With a bit of luck, they'll have kept her records.
Okay, we got the pictures we took on the balcony. That's cute. Do we have anything new here? We got a few new leaves, I think. Ooh, somebody's shooting fireworks outside. Hopefully you can't hear it.
Demoiselle Lenny told me the music academy is near the musical square. Maybe Frau Wagner can tell me more.
Okay, there's breakfast here too, damn. That's handy.
Ah, hello. Ah, Miss Walker, did you sleep all right?
Fine, thanks.
Now, is there anything you need?
Everything seems to link the person I'm looking for with the Second World War and the rise of the Brown Shadow.
Terrible times were those, my dear. Especially when Vaughan was occupied after the annexation of Ostertal. Thank God I was born just after the liberation.
I see, but I guess you had to grow up with the after effects of those events.
Oh yes, dear. There was a kind of conspiracy of silence where everyone suspected each other, even their close friends. Did any of them collaborate with the enemy? And if so, was it through like-mindedness or simple cowardice? Were they responsible in one way or another for the arrest or death of a family member?
Oh, it must have been awful.
A terrible time, really.
Well, the person I'm looking for is from the same generation.
You'll just have to hope she managed to survive the madness then.
I went to the Zilberspiegel Refuge yesterday. Oh, magnificent.
I won't disagree with that, Miss Walker. Those mountains are the pride of the town, just like old Lenny.
Lenny is highly respected in Vaughan because she was a resistance fighter during World War II, right? Well, I heard about it when I was at the refuge.
Lenny Renner might be a grumpy old spinster, but to us she's still a heroine. Pity the same can't be said of her father, though. Still, everyone has their cross to bear, as they say.
What do you mean?
No point gossip-mongering. The war was a dark time in Vaughan for everyone, see? Best not stir up old memories.
Yeah, I have a feeling that history is not exactly remembered correctly.
I'd like to go to the music academy. Can you tell me how to get there?
You just need to take the tram northbound to the musical square.
Is there anything I should know about the academy?
To tell the truth, it's a little glum nowadays. Especially when you think it was once the jewel of the town, where students came from all over the world to perform on the musical square, you know. Pity. It's since lost its panache of old through lack of students and means.
Well, I guess I should get going. Thank you for your time, Frau Wagner.
Feel free to ask if you have any more questions.
Will do. Yeah, we'll have to check out the timeline when we get to the war part of things. Kate, can we leave? Thank you. Okay, same shot of the bike. Good old monster. Brought us here safely. Yeah, tram travel is a nice way to skip the loading screens. Would have been nice if there were a few more people on the trams, though. Her being always alone on the tram is a little bit sus. Oh, okay, there's actually a person on the tram today. Oh, there's actually quite a few people, that's nice. And then it starts looping. I know, right? I was just complaining about no people and it filled it with people. Good game. Don't lose the music box, Kate. if we could go and see the basket that we left on the steps of that store.
Don't do that. Stop it.
Oscar!
Oh dear. Help! Help! Someone! Help! Put me down!
Oscar? Bet you can't catch it! Don't you dare! Put it down! Right now!
All right then.
Oscar! Are you all right?
I had a bit of a bumpy ride, but I am glad to see you, Kate Walker.
Oscar! Oh, I've missed you so much.
I say, this display of emotion is most unreasonable, Kate Walker. I do hope you don't plan such profusion every time I change bodies.
It's just that I've been worrying about you. Where were you, Oscar?
Well, the mechanical instinct of my host took me for a ride, all across town. It took me the whole night to tame it, and that's when I bumped into those little rascals.
Yeah, lucky I was in the area, huh?
Quite. So, Kate Walker, what has happened since we parted at the Balaton River?
Maybe we should just sit down for a second, Oscar. This might take a while.
Oh, there's plenty of benches here.
And that's when Demoiselle Lenny gave me the address of the Music Academy in this neighborhood.
I see, Kate Walker.
You must think I'm crazy, huh? Running after that girl, Dana, who must have died ages ago.
Well, Kate Walker, you know I have difficulty understanding illogical thought patterns. But in the end, what I do understand is that you need to find her. Is that correct, Kate Walker?
Yes, that is correct, Oscar. I'm glad you're taking it so well.
I don't see any fundamental difference between crossing Europe in search of mammoths, traveling on ostriches in an irradiated zone, or following your double. These are not things an automaton such as I take into consideration.
Any other thoughts, Oscar?
Well, I guess I could ask you where we are heading, but truth be told, it doesn't really matter. I will follow you wherever you lead, and for as long as you require my services, Kate Walker. That's what an automaton does.
Thank you, Oscar.
Oh dear, I hope you're not going to become physical, are you?
No, I was just going to give you a pat on the back.
I would rather you refrain from having such thoughts. I am not a dog, you know. Whatever next?
Anyway, we'd better get going, Oscar. And you'd better keep out of sight.
Oh dear, I don't suppose I have any choice.
Thanks for the hydrate, the stretch, and patting the cat, love. And I just want to pat Oscar.
I'm so glad he's back.
I'm counting on you to transplant my mechanical heart as soon as we come across an XZ2000 automaton.
Aw. They were saying XZ all the time. Now it's XZ. Huff. I liked Z.
Is it really necessary for me to be shut up in here, Kate Walker?
Sorry, Oscar, but I don't want to run the risk of losing you again.
Yeah, sit in the backpack. At least you're not in the TARDIS jacket. You can talk from the backpack.
Victims of the genocide committed by the fascists during the Second World War. Oh, so many deaths. I hope Dana made it through.
Well, there's quite a few names. You could check for Dana Rose or anybody else named Rose. There's the Bass Cliff. Ooh, then again, I don't think Oscar would like to be anywhere near water with his delicate clockwork mechanism. He didn't even want to be out when it was like a little bit humid. Ooh, we can check out the musical square now.
Looks like they've tried to blend all these new shops into the original facades. It doesn't make it any less a tourist trap, though.
That hanging meat did not look exactly hygienic, but kind of delicious.
That brand was everywhere in New York when I left. And now they've even got branches here.
Hey! That guy looks familiar. Employee of the month, Joshua Deng, for outstanding performance on effort. Really? He performed outstandingly effort? Poor guy. Awarded by Harry something something, regional manager. Please don't ask me if I want a venti.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, Fräulein. What can I do for you?
Do you know anything about the Wagen Music Academy?
It's the large building across the square there. Used to be quite
Oh,
renowned
wait.
worldwide, actually.
That's
But not
dilapidated
anymore?
AF.
Well, from what I gather, hardly anyone studies there nowadays. I wouldn't be surprised if it were closed.
Well, what happened?
Budget cuts from the town council, I guess. The academy can't be very lucrative.
I see. How come the square is so well known?
Because of the mechanical orchestra there. It used to be quite the attraction. Every year, the Academy's best student would play along with it, as did renowned musicians from around the world.
Oh, that sounds intriguing. Is it scheduled to play today?
I'm afraid not. Several years back, the town council discussed computerizing it. But the plan never went through, and no one has ever heard its music since.
Aww. And then they wonder why the academy is failing. Well, the main selling point of your fucking academy was this. And yeah, it did look like a ghost building.
There are a lot of tourists on the square.
Indeed. It attracts thousands of customers every year. A veritable boon for us retail shops.
And for the people of the town, too?
I wouldn't know about that. I live on the outskirts, as do most of the people. What with the rents being as high as they are here, you know?
Thank you. I should go now.
Auf Wiedersehen, Fräulein. Come back again.
Dude, you can stop eating me up with your eyes. Then again, there's a lot to eat up on Kate.
An automaton musician. Looks exactly like Hans's style, like at Borgstadt.
Actually, yeah, it does look a lot like the Barockstadt statues. There's a lot of cafes here. But if the thing is not playing, how is that actually attracting anybody? There's currently just one statue sitting outside. That's a nice meat shop. And some flowers, that's good. Okay, so this is the dilapidated building. Okay, we're not entering that yet. Actually, at first I thought it would be the building over here. But this is more like a cathedral, actually.
Wow. Pity I don't have time for some sightseeing.
That's amazing stained glass. Yeah, fair enough. People do like statues.
Strange.
Due to the forthcoming computerization of the mechanical orchestra of the musical square, playing this piano is strictly forbidden until further notice. That's stupid AF.
I can't open it like this. It looks like it's been mechanically sealed. I don't think I'll be able to open it directly. I only know Dana as a waitress at the refuge, and yet everything seems to fit with her here. Not hard to imagine her coming here to the music academy to study. And who knows, Maybe Leon waited for her outside one day as a surprise after returning from his Baltayar expedition.
I wonder if Kate remembers her grandparents' names? Because something is sus. Also, I highly doubt you can get much students if your entire school looks like a ghost building. Like, did you really have to board up everything like this? If I was the city council, I would give some money at least for the facade if I want to keep the freaking tourists coming. Wagen marks 6 years of liberation with Music Academy anniversary celebrations. A ceremony that drew hundreds of people into the streets of Wagen culminated with a solemn tribute to the heroes of the liberation at Wagen Music Academy, followed by a jubilant outdoor ball on the musical square. The liberation shook casserole and renewed hope in the world, said the mayor of Wagen in an address at the symbolic Music Academy, where the decorated veterans and resistance members, including Mark Thomas, Jules Marquardt, and Yvonne Leclerc. The Music Academy, a century-old teaching establishment before the war, became the commander of the Brown Shadow before hosting Allied headquarters after the liberation. Upon the departure of the Allies and thanks to the finance from the Marshall Plan, it was able to recover its initial role as a place of musical learning. It was on a more somber note, however, that the rector of the academy concluded that the drop in number of inscriptions, along with the continued decrease of council grants over a period of 2 decades due to austerity policies maintained by successive councils, have plunged the academy into a grave financial crisis. He warned that the Academy is on the brink of bankruptcy and indicated that the closure of the Academy is imminent. Wagen's tribute to its liberation was the last in a series of 60th anniversary commemorations by Ostrov, marking critical moments leading to the capitulation of the Brown Shadow and the end of the World War II. Thanks for the hydrate, cat. Seems like there's another notice here. Eviction notice. Oh my god, they just wanted to kick out the academy out of the building, didn't they? Council Wagen Osterol, the Music Academy Music Square Wagen Osterol. 15th of October 2005. Dear sirs, pursuant to provisions of IRD 136 2, you are hereby given an eviction notice and notice to vacate on or before the 26th of November 2005 the premise owned by the Town Council of Wagen, which premises are now occupied by you. The reason for this eviction notice is your failure to pay rent due to an due and in arrest with demand pursuant to IRD 136-4. A demand to pay the rent was served upon you on the 15th of September 2005, and you have refused and neglected to pay rent due for the period of 15th June 2005 to 15th of October 2005. Really? During summer vacation? Damn, they really want to turn this place into a hotel, don't they? You are hereby noticed of your right to avoid this eviction by payment prior to the expiration of this notice of all the licenses. I hereby certify that on the 15th day of October 2005 at 10:15 a.m. I gave in hand to Mr. Maximilian Mahler a true copy of the above original notice. Mr. Wolfgang Schneider, Mayor of Wagen. Yeah, that looks
All
like
these
that.
letters. They look like letters of formal notice. They probably haven't been paying the bills for some time.
They
So
really
that's
forced
the
the
famous
school.
Vaughan Music Academy? It's not what I was expecting.
Well, it's not like anybody was expecting this. Poor people being kicked out by some fucking asshole.
It looks like the rector is desperate to reduce the costs of running the academy.
For emergency use only. This is not a public phone. Yeah, no wonder he's trying to reduce the costs considering everything. Yeah, I would have liked
What
to
now?
explore it.
If you're from the council, you can come back when I'm not so busy.
Well, I'm taking a wild guess. That's the rector.
Oh, sorry. You startled me.
So, now what do you want, council minion?
I'm not from the council. I'm just a visitor here. I came because I was hoping to look at the file of a student from the 1930s.
Oh. I'm sorry. It's just that I haven't time for digging up old files from 70 years ago. I have way too much to do here, you understand.
I can tell you're a little overwhelmed. Where's the rest of the staff? Or maybe a student could show me.
You are standing in front of the rector and the only employee of this academy. My name is Maximilian Mahler, and it falls upon me to manage everything on the premises, the maintenance, the archiving, and the lot before we close next month.
Poor guy.
So, if you don't mind.
I'm very sorry to hear that the academy is closing, and I can see you're extremely busy, but I've come such a long way to see it. I'd be so grateful if you could locate it. It's really important to me.
And so is this place important to me, too. And I would love to hear the mechanical orchestra play one last time before the academy closes. But, alas, I can't, can I? Unless,
Unless what?
well, You know.
I know.
All right, then. So if I get the mechanical orchestra going, you'll get me that file, right?
Oh, of course, Fraulein. Of course.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Believe it or not, I have seen mechanisms like the one on the square before.
Well, in that case, I promise to give you the file in return for your services.
Thanks.
But I must warn you that the square has undergone some transformations over the years, and some parts of the mechanism may be difficult to get to.
Don't worry, I'll make myself thin and slide between the cracks.
You'll find some of them scattered around the square, and some of the others you'll find in the clock tower. Now, if you'll excuse me for a second.
What are you...
Now, what is the name of that student you're interested in?
Rose. Dana Rose.
And what were the years she attended our illustrious academy?
In the 30s. 1937, to be precise.
Oh. And here it is.
That was easy.
And here you will find the annual inspection reports of the mechanisms by Frau Beckmann.
Frau Beckmann?
She was the rectress of the academy during the years you spoke of. These are from 1937. You see, I have a marvelous memory regarding archives. This is why I have chosen Frau Beckmann's, because there's something in here regarding that Edna Drose you spoke of.
Dana Rose.
Quite. You will also find some sheet music with annotations. This is the Hymn of Bargain, which you must play on the piano on the square in order to activate the Orchestra of Automatons. Once you have fixed the mechanisms, of course. All right, then.
Oh, dear God.
Here you go. What are you waiting for?
Well, thanks for the information, dude. Goodbye. I don't need to play the orchestra now.
This sheet music corresponds to the piano part for the Hymn of Wagen. Someone's added annotations. They could help me play the hymn on the piano on the square, like the rector asked me to.
Good thing your mother forced you to play the piano when you were a kid, right? And you never forgot how.
I wonder what it's supposed to represent.
Oh, there's a lot of text you could probably read and know what it represents, but I'm just taking a wild guess. I'll have to figuring it out in a bit.
The report that the rectoress of the academy filled in with the help of Dana back in the 30s. According to the present rector, I should find all the information I need to repair the mechanisms on the square.
No, I'm not finding any information on this, but thank you.
Music Academy Inspection Report, October 12th, 1937.
Or do I have to perform the
I was due
inspection?
to inspect the musical mechanisms that enable students to give a public display of their talent and enable us to showcase the quality of our teaching to the people of our beautiful town.
Okay, I'll be inspecting it first and fixing it later. But it seems it's about time to end the stream, and looks
Like every year, I needed a volunteer from our students to help me during the inspection. And this year's choice was obvious.
I'm fine, really.
Well, you're looking off color, darling, and on edge.
No, it's just that I haven't heard from Leon since he left with the Origin expedition from Kantar. And also,
Well, we've got company. You'll tell me later, Dana, darling. Meantime, be good and stay safe.
You too, Yunta.
Is everything all right? You look under the weather. We don't want one of our best and brightest to fall ill now, do we?
I'm just a little worried, that's all. About a friend who has left on a long voyage.
And who was that lady?
Just a friend I met this summer.
You do keep some surprising company, Fraulein Rose. Anyway, I have something for you that will take your mind off things.
Oh?
Would it interest you to see the mechanisms that enabled you to perform so brilliantly here last spring?
That would be wonderful.
Good. Come and join me at the kiosk when you have a moment. But don't be too long, though.
Yeah, inspecting and then fixing it looks like it's gonna take a good while, so I think I'll wrap up the stream right about now. Yeah, 13 seconds since last save looks perfect. I really love the feature that tells me how much time has passed since the last save. Now, let's see. Who are we gonna raid? A lot of people playing Baldur's Gate today. Do you have anybody to suggest for a raid, Cat? Guess we can visit Niv. Always fun to watch Conan Exiles. And there is a new battle pass, so things might be interesting. That's taken care of. And I'll be seeing you guys next weekend with more of this amazing game. I haven't been this sucked in a story in a while. If it wasn't a transition and I didn't check the time, I would have just kept playing until there was a transition and I checked the time. Ah, fun. Okay, guys, see you soon. Bye.